One of the problems that I have with doing reviews like this on products that are just awesome is that I tend to want to cover every single stinking detail of the product. And I just got done doing a review on the ThruNite TN12, and I realized when I hit the stop button that I had over 28 minutes. Nobody's going to watch a video that's 28 minutes long on this flashlight. It's just not going to happen. And that's part of the problem that I have when I'm passionate about something that I'm reviewing, is that I want to talk a lot about it. So I'm going to try really, really hard, guys, to just be as concise as I possibly can in this video. We're reviewing the ThruNite model TN12. ThruNite sent me this light, and I've been EDCing it for about 3 months now, and I've got to say that I just absolutely love it. It's a fantastic light. Let me just give you the skinny on it. Right now, as the posting of this video, you can get this for about 50 bucks on Amazon, and it's a smoking good deal. It comes with the light. You get, let me show you what's packaged with it. You get a lanyard. You get this, okay, nothing real fancy, no frills, little case with it, okay? It's got a belt loop here, and it's got a D-ring. And you get a spare, or 2 spare O-rings and a spare clicky cap, okay? So you get a lot for the money that you're paying for this light. 50 bucks is really not a lot of money for a light that is of this high a quality. Let's go ahead and give you the rundown on this light. Now, one of the things I look for in a flashlight is I look for versatility, okay? I have not been blessed with good low light vision. My night vision just stinks. And I think it has something to do with me being colorblind. I think my rods and cones are kind of messed up. And so I really always had poor night vision. And so I've always liked having a flashlight with me, and having versatility in that flashlight is really important for me. One of the biggest pros of this light is the fact that you can run this, the lowest setting is 0.3 lumens, and you can run it all the way up past 1,000 lumens. So 1,050 lumens is on the brightest setting. That is a phenomenal spectrum of brightness. The run times are also killer. Let's go ahead and kick it down on its lowest setting here. As you can see, we've got a smooth reflector. This is on its lowest setting. This is 0.3 lumens. I'm shining it right up into the camera lens, and as you can see, it's not bleaching out the camera or making it activate its aperture. It's a really small amount of light. However, if you use this in a really dark setting, this is going to be a very usable amount of light. And the runtime on 0.3 lums with this flashlight is almost 1,600 hours. That's a long time. 1,600 hours. Yes, you heard me right. That is a crazy amount of runtime. So if you guys are looking at maybe like putting it into a survival pack or something like that, you've got a lot of light for a long time. Now, if we bump it up, we go to 20 lums. This is really the EDC setting. This allows you to get in close to your eyes still without bleaching out your retinas. For those of you guys that have really, really bright flashlights, trying to use them close up, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It just kind of bleaches you out, and it just does not work close up. But at 20 lums, this is probably your most versatile EDC thing. This is for like finding your keys in the dark. I use this setting when I'm checking the kids at night after I put them to bed without waking them up, those kind of things. Those simple EDC tasks. And this runs for 74 hours. So you're looking at 3 days straight. You can leave this flashlight on for 3 days straight at this brightness level, no worries. Now, if we bump it up one, we go to 280 lums. This runs for 5 hours. You're starting to get to the point where it's almost too bright to use close in. You can see the aperture on the camera starting to activate. It's pretty dang bright. And this will run for about 5 hours. Now, if we bump it up one more time, we go to 800 lumens. This is a crazy amount of light, and we're looking at about 1.5 hours of runtime here. And this is a really, really bright setting. Now, my PD32 Ultimate Edition will only run to 780 lums, and it'll only do that for 3 minutes without overheating. So this light is just super, super bright. And if we bump it up one more time, we go to 1,050 lumens. This is a crazy amount of light. And the thing about this light is that it is a throw light. It has kind of a more collimated beam, a very bright hot spot, and it's really built as a thrower. It's a little bit of a downside to me because it doesn't lend itself to EDC tasks as much, that it's a more concise beam. But it doesn't make it not an EDC light. It just doesn't lend itself to EDC tasks as well. But as a thrower, it does phenomenal job. In fact, I think this is really the first light that I will say that it will shoot out past 100 yards and do it effectively on non-reflective targets. Do you know how hard it is and how much light you really need to shine out past 100 yards and still be able to visualize it with the human eye? It's a lot of light, and it really does this well. I would say probably it's really limited to about 150 yards or less. But that's saying a lot for this light. It is a great throw beam. You know, on a reflective target, you can go out to 200 yards and maybe even beyond. This thing only weighs about 3 ounces, so it's really light, and it's IPX8 certified waterproof. So they are defining that as 2 meters, and I'm guessing for 30 minutes. I couldn't see the actual time when it comes to waterproofing, but I think that that's probably what they're saying, 30 minutes. Now, one of the biggest downsides of this light, and I'm comparing it with one of my favorite EDC lights, and that is the Phoenix PD32 Ultimate Edition, is that its size, okay? If you can see them side to side, you can see that the ThruNite is a little bit longer, and it's about 1/10 of an inch wider all around. You do feel that added bulk when you're carrying it in your pocket. You really do. It's not so much that you can't carry it in the pocket. I'm not saying that. It's just it's a little bit larger. I wish that it was a little bit smaller flashlight, but hey, it's not really that big a deal. The other thing that I really like about this flashlight is its ease of operation. You have a momentary on. Let me kick it up here so you can see it. It has a momentary on, and if you have it on, you click and hold the side button and you go right to strobe, which is super annoying and effective. But it's really got an easy mode of operation, and I like that a lot. It also has the ability to stand on its tail. That really makes it convenient. Another thing that I don't like about this light, however, is I don't like the pocket clip. As you can see, the pocket clip kind of rides with this molded part here. It does not allow you to easily put this in, clip this onto your pocket. In fact, I have to actually stick my fingers underneath the pocket clip, lift it up, and then put it on my pocket. It's a strong pocket clip. I don't think you'll have any problems with it disengaging. And I also think that it would have been nice if they would have matted the color or muted the color a little bit. It's just a shiny stainless. Not that big a deal, just more of a personal preference for me. The other thing that I don't like about this light is that the anodizing is kind of a slick or smooth anodizing. I prefer a little bit more roughness and gives you a little bit better grip on the flashlight. But really, again, not that big a deal. It's just more personal preference. So for those of you guys that are hesitating on buying a flashlight that uses CR123s, I really don't blame you. I'm the same kind of way. I like to use like AA flashlights, AAA flashlights because they're easily accessible battery cells. However, you don't get the performance that you get on a CR123. And this being a CR123 battery, you can also utilize the 18650 rechargeable cells. And I really recommend that if you get a light like this, that you buy a charger and that you buy some 18650 cells. Because I'll tell you what, one of the things that killed me about EDCing a CR123 flashlight is the fact that I felt guilty about using it because I knew that the batteries were so stinking expensive. But since I got rechargeable batteries, that has all gone out the window, and I use the living heck out of these flashlights now. And I know I can just stick it in the charger and be running full steam ahead. So I really recommend that you get some 18650 cells and some chargers as well. And there's going to be an upcoming review on the ThruNite charger here coming up too. So look for that in the future. But guys, I really think you would be hard pressed to find a light for $50 that has this amount of versatility in its run times and its brightness settings. At over 1,050 lums, I mean, you really can't go wrong with spending $50 on this light. It's waterproof, it's built well, it's got an easy user interface, and it's just a fantastic light, guys. What more do I say? I mean, ThruNite has done a really good job with this flashlight, and I really recommend it. For those of you guys that are looking for a bit more of a versatile EDC light, I really recommend the TN12. If you guys have any questions or comments about anything you see in this video, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos and reviews just like this in the future. And as always, guys, thanks very, very much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next video. See ya.